Welcome to the Carbonfly tutorial series. Carbonfly is an easy-to-use Python library and Grasshopper toolkit for CO2-based CFD simulations to analyze indoor air quality. This video will demonstrate how to manually install the Windows Subsystem for Linux and the Carbonfly Grasshopper toolbox. You can find the latest version of Carbonfly and installation guide on our GitHub page. The installation consists of 3 steps. 1. Install Windows Subsystem for Linux on Windows. 2. Install OpenFOAM v10 inside Windows Subsystem for Linux. 3. Install the Carbonfly Grasshopper toolbox. Step 1. Install Windows Subsystem for Linux. Here we demonstrate using Windows 10. The steps are the same for Windows 11. Press Win+R, type cmd, and open the Windows terminal. You can use WSL version to check the WSL version installed on your computer. Copy the command from the Carbonfly installation guide into the terminal to enable WSL and install Ubuntu 20.04. You can copy the command from the web page and paste it into the terminal using a right-click, then press Enter to execute. Windows will display a notification during this step. If WSL has never been enabled before, Windows will first enable WSL and then prompt you to restart your computer. After restarting, open the terminal again and run WSL to check installed Linux distributions. Since WSL has only been enabled but not fully installed, it will show no installed distributions. Copy and execute the installation command again. Once the installation is complete, the Ubuntu terminal will open automatically for further setup. Here, you need to create a username and password for Ubuntu. Please keep your username and password stored safely. You will need them later. When entering the password, nothing will be shown on the screen. This is normal. Just press Enter after typing. Now WSL has been successfully installed and configured. You can check again in the Windows terminal to confirm the installed Linux system. Next, we will proceed to Step 2, installing OpenFOAM inside WSL. Find and open Ubuntu 20.04.6 LTS from the Windows Start menu. Then copy and execute the commands from the installation guide in order. 1. Add the OpenFOAM repository to the trusted system list. 2. Add the OpenFOAM software source to the system's package list. 3. Refresh the package index to retrieve the latest software lists. 4. Finally, install OpenFOAM v10. If you encounter errors during installation, try repeating the installation process again starting from the first command. After installation, go to this path in Windows File Explorer. And open the file using any text editor. Add the OpenFOAM v10 configuration at the end of the file. This sets OpenFOAM as the default environment when opening the WSL terminal. If you have multiple versions of OpenFOAM installed, this setting determines which version is used when running commands like blockmesh in the WSL terminal. The line beginning with hash is just a comment and can be omitted. Save and close the file. OpenFOAM configuration is now complete, and you can close the current WSL terminal window. To be safe, you can reopen a WSL terminal and quickly test whether OpenFOAM is installed correctly. Now you have successfully installed all required dependencies for Carbonfly, WSL and OpenFOAM. Step 3. Install Carbonfly Grasshopper Toolbox. Next, download the latest Carbonfly release from our GitHub releases page. Here we use version 0.7.0 as an example. Download the zip file of the Carbonfly toolbox. After unzipping, you will see 2 folders and some documentation files. Copy the first folder named Carbonfly to the Rhino 8 scripts directory. If you haven't changed Rhino's script path, you can copy the default path provided here. Next, copy the folder named Carbonfly inside the Grasshopper folder to the Grasshopper plugins directory. You can also copy the default Grasshopper plugin path directly into Windows File Explorer. If you just installed Rhino 8, this directory may not exist yet. You need to open Grasshopper once in Rhino to automatically generate the path. Similarly, the Rhino 8 scripts directory may not exist for a fresh installation. You can manually create a scripts folder under the corresponding path. Now restart Rhino and Grasshopper. You should find the Carbonfly toolbox here. The installation of the Carbonfly toolbox is now complete. We recommend installing PowerView on Windows for post-processing and visualization of simulation results. Basic PowerView workflow will be demonstrated in future videos. You may choose any PowerView version. If you want to follow our future examples exactly, install version 5.13.2. After successfully installing Carbonfly, you can find examples of mechanical ventilation, natural ventilation, and dynamic breathing, etc. on our GitHub page. You can open these examples directly in Grasshopper to learn the workflows of Carbonfly. If Carbonfly is helpful to you, please consider giving our project a star on GitHub and sharing your feedback to support our continued development. Thank you for watching.